Good morning. It's Thursday, the 1st of August, pinch punch and all of that. Sunday, I got heat stroke. Monday, I rode 40 kilometers and checked into a motel at 9 a.m. Slept a lot, hydrated a lot. Tuesday morning, I woke up thinking, okay, I've got some miles to cover. But I also woke up thinking, there's no way I can ride today. It's Thursday now and I still don't really have the energy to go biking. So Tuesday morning, I then thought, I can't do this challenge that I've set myself to this degree. I underestimated the heat, I underestimated the mileage that I could cover during the cooler hours, certainly the cooler, lighter hours. So I started replanning. I've made a call. I'm not feeling well at all. I woke up this morning hoping to be raring to go, and it's the opposite. I feel worse than yesterday. So I've decided to hitchhike. I've decided to try and hitchhike. The one downside is, it's 6:30 a.m. I've just left my hotel room, which I'm checked into until 12. And I just desperately want to be in bed, but when I'm in bed, I'm not going to find a ride. I decided to come out here while it's nice and cool and try my luck. And then if I don't get any luck, I think I'm just going to have to book the room again, see what happens. I knew I needed to skip forward a few hundred miles and just lessen my needed daily average. A massive reason why I do these trips is so I can meet people, so I can make little films like this, enjoy those encounters and those experiences and the telling of stories. And I just simply wasn't going to be able to do that at the same time as riding all that distance. It was certainly, as we've seen, a slight danger to the old health as well. It's so extreme out in the Californian desert. It's just blown me away. So I hovered around looking really hopeful. As yet, maybe 100 vehicles. No one's even clocked me. Oh man, I just want to be in bed. Maybe quite ambitious trying to hike with a bicycle that looks bigger than usual as well. Anyway, as per usual, an angel turned up. We got some luck. Trish is from Alaska. She's hiking the Pacific Crest Trail in sections. And well, we're gonna see whether we can fit everything into here. A bit of tessellation.
Yeah, we'll get it. We'll get
Trish,
it.
you're amazing, thanks. Let's see what we can do.
Woohoo!
Looks like we're doing it. We've got everything in. Almost. That's a win. Riding the next 135 miles would not have given me the same elation that I've had from meeting Trish and squeezing my entire current life into her car. Thank you so much. I've got to tell you, at not one point on that drive down to Bakersfield did I see any of those Bakersfield signs moving by at the side of the highway and think, I'd really like to be out there right now. I have no doubt in my mind that was definitely the best decision. Most of the shoulder was narrow and just covered in crud, and it would not have been an enjoyable experience. So, great decision made. Trish was an absolute legend. There it is.
It's on a lanyard, and now you know why.
And wow, I'm so glad I met her, and definitely wouldn't have if I'd decided not to hitchhike. I'm slowly realizing there's so much more to I'm slowly, after 15 years, realizing that there's so much more to these adventures than just covering the miles. This journey's turning out to be pretty cool. And then randomly, my friend Sophie from back in the UK is on her own amazing journey around the United States, mostly visiting native reservations and finding out about their answer to life, to well-being, to living a decent, healthy life. And she just happened to be coming through Bakersfield. So we caught up, which was lovely, lovely, lovely. Bounced around a few restaurants, working out exactly where we should eat. Before finally settling on one that wasn't expensive or noisy.
It's almost as big as my head.
I'm so glad we came here.
I think it was men.
I still hadn't quite worked out a good plan, but it so happens that a good friend of my wife, Em's, her name's Jenny, her aunt, Karen, is from Southampton in the UK, and she lives in Bakersfield. So I rode a couple of miles over here glad that it was only a couple of miles, and arrived at this beautiful house, and they've been so welcoming. Karen was here and her son Jules, and it was just, the aim of the day was just to relax. In fact, Jules is pretty sporty, he loves his soccer, football, you know, the football where they actually use their feet. It was so hot outside that we just stayed inside and decided to play football. What he didn't know is playing computer games is my former secret power. So there's only one way to spend a rest day. Beating Jules at FIFA.
No, I'm winning 1-0. See, I put a goal in!
How does it feel? 3-1 down.
What is my player doing?
Well, good thing we're playing 4 games.
What? What? How? No, that's not right. Cause, no, that's not right.
I'm kicking his ass.
The game is broken.
So what you're saying is the computer miscounted the penalties?
Yes.
The computer got it wrong?
Yes.
Okay, buddy.
Punctures has been a big issue so far. Obviously, I've thought about puncture-proof tyres. So I went to a bike shop, got a few extra tubes. It's so much easier to just put a new tube in rather than trying to patch up a hole on a steaming roadside. Obviously, just in the process of waiting in a house for the last day, I've even got a puncture. Okay, part of Operation Restart Sensibly includes brand new tubes. I'm keeping the same tyres, they're still in pretty good nick, apart from all of the holes in them. And these, special little extra lining to go in between the tyres and the tubes. So especially these goat head thorns, which are about 1 inch long and super hard and made to destroy anything that brings me fun and joy. All the while I'm trying to work out what my next move is. So I've got talking to this guy, John, who has cycled across the States quite a few times, and he's just a bible of great information. Thanks for all of your messages. It's always nice to know you guys are following along, and ultimately, you know, whatever advice some of you throw at me, it's all good. I'm always going to make the right decision for me. I don't feel under any pressure to do anything in particular. You know, this is a self-set challenge. You don't care ultimately whether I succeed or I fail. I feel like the most value you guys get is just following along with the journey, learning from my mistakes. So if you ever come to be in a similar situation, hopefully you'll be better served. Yeah, I want to have this big smile on my face throughout this trip. I want to enjoy these journeys, and yeah, so I've kind of replanned to make sure that's so. There'll still be challenges ahead. I've got quite a lot of uphill to cover between here and Memphis, but that's okay. It's good to have a little challenge, but it's not worth risking health and safety for these things. It really isn't. I mean, what a foolish choice that would be.
And then we have train today for tomorrow with the peace sign.
Mate, that's just lovely. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I will wear it along the way.
Okay.
So let's see what happens. I'll tune in next from wherever I get started from, I suppose. And in the meantime, I'm just waiting for John to roll up and meet a whole new kind stranger and enjoy a few hours on the road with him. No doubt picking his brain about the route to come. Have a good weekend, everyone.